Today we're talking about dog socialization, what every owner should know. The first thing we want to talk about is why socialization is so important. We think about our dog long term. We ideally would start socialization when they're a very young dog or a puppy. However, some of us also rescue dogs or adopt dogs from shelters or foster networks. But in any case, socialization benefits us because it provides our dog to be well adjusted to their environment, well adjusted to different environments, allows our dog to know that there are positive experiences that can happen in a variety of places. We don't want our dog to have any type of nervousness or anxiety or weird sensations or feelings around new people, places, and things. And today we're going to talk about what are your key takeaways to getting this done with your dog, whether you're starting with a puppy or whether you're starting this with an older dog. We're going to take the same approach to both, and then we're going to modify that approach based on the individual dog at hand. First thing we want to focus on is providing positive experiences in close proximity to new people, places, and things. The way you're going to accomplish this is by building up eye contact on you from your dog. We like to call this engagement. You might have seen this in some of our other videos, but engagement is building up sustained eye contact and focus from the dog on the handler, which is going to be you. So what you do, you take your dog out, you have them on a leash, have some food rewards with you, and you mark their behavior when they're looking at you. So ideally, your dog makes the decision to look at you. When they do that, you say, good, that's marking that behavior. Then you let them have a piece of food. You do this repetitiously, and what you'll find is that your dog wants to pay more attention to you versus other things going on around you. Once we have that established, now we're going to take this to different locations, different places with different people, places, and things going on around us. And we're going to do the same eye contact drills for our engagement development. But in this case, what it's doing is it's continuing to build a positive experience for our dog in a new environment. So this helps us with our socialization long term. All right. So whether you have a puppy or an adult dog, this is how you want to focus on this. However, if you have an adult dog, it might have some old histories of behavior, of being anxious or nervous or insecure in new places, which is what we're going to talk about now. How do we develop our socialization going forward? So when you're doing your socialization, first of all, when you're picking out your socialization environments, you want to start in a very neutral or low-key environment. Think about a park, think about a community area in your neighborhood, think about somewhere where there's not too much going on, but it's something different than what your dog's used to. So you go there, you do some engagement work, you do some sustained focus work, you're building a positive experience. Once your dog's comfortable with that, you're going to increase the level of distraction or difficulty that you're in for that socialization. Now maybe you go to a busy walking path. Continue to build up that positive experience with that eye contact development that you've already been doing with your dog. Then if that becomes easy, then you take it from there to maybe a local store like a PetSmart, a Petco, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, whatever type of store that's around you where you can get in there with your dog, move around, there's people moving around, you can continue your eye contact development, which builds up on your dog's socialization level. And then you just increase from there. If your dog starts to show you that they're nervous or they can't focus or they can't do your eye contact work, in that case, you're not going to progress to a more difficult or busy place. You're going to regress back to a more neutral or low-key environment. So with that being said, if you want to, the next step for socialization is going to be your interaction phase. Now we want to work on our interactions with people, dogs, or other things. When you're starting this off, start slow because you want to make sure they maintain that positive experience in the interaction phase as well. My recommendation when you're starting off that interaction phase, initiate the contact with people with your food rewards that you've already been using. Give the people around you a food reward, say, hey, say good to my dog, give my dog a piece of food. You can do that repetitiously. Once your dog is comfortable with that, then you could have people start petting your dog. Give them a piece of food. You say, hey, go ahead, show your hand to my dog, the hand without the food. If your dog's cool with that, then say, okay, you can pet them, let them pet your dog. Once they're done petting, they're gonna say good and give them a food reward. The reason why we do it in this sequence is because we want our dogs super comfortable with physical contact. We wanna make sure that we classically condition physical contact to the food reward that our dog is already familiar with. If we're doing interactions with other animals, same concepts apply, but you wanna make sure that you're choosing your interactions with other dogs and other animals with suitable dogs. Don't pick a dog that's going to be overly corrective, overly dominant, or going to be a bad influence on your dog or give them a bad experience. So you do need to be somewhat familiar with the dogs that you're going to interact with. And I would start off simple interactions by simply walking around or with other dogs. Then you could go from there into playtime with other dogs. But again, you have to make sure your dog's getting a positive experience super important. Socialization is something that you want to maintain with your dog long term. So you're putting in a lot of work at first when they're puppies or you just got a dog. As time goes on, you just go into a socialization maintenance phase. You don't have to do as much as you did when they were newer to you or younger, but as time goes on, you want to keep doing some socialization work with them every so often to make sure those socialization traits are preserved long term. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.